Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to what I believe is episode 6 of our non-league to legend save. And today we are here with a home game against Accrington Stanley, and due to scheduling changes, we have an FA Cup tie against Charlton, as you can see down here in the first round. If we get through that, we've got Scunthorpe away from home. So Walsall will not be brought to you today, so we're going to have Accrington at home, and then we're going to have Charlton in the FA Cup. Now, since you were last with us, which was the 1-0 win over Barnsley, we followed that up with a 2-1 win over Bolton. We did go 1-0 up due to an own goal from Remy Matthews. Then they equalised and we scored in the 92nd minute with Peter Bajek. So we'll show you those goals and we will then continue to go through the other results that have happened since you were last with us. Oh, that wouldn't go away. So Scott Pollock down the line, in the middle to Cannon, who bangs one from long range there, and the keeper, Remy Matthews, it hit the bar, came back down, hit off his back, and went into the back of the net. So unfortunately for him, that was what put us 1-0 up. Then the equaliser come from a corner, cleared away, Emmanuel's there first, just to smash into the back of the net. Not a lot we could have done. And then here came the winner. Bit scrappy inside the box, but Peter Bajek finally gets hold of the ball and then bangs one with his left foot, put his foot around it, and it gave us the victory. Very hard worked game, but we finally got the result. We followed that with a very disappointing 2-2 draw with Bristol Rovers. They went 2-0 up just before half time with Johnson Clark-Harris getting 2 goals, one from the spot, one in the 9th minute. But in the last 2 to 4 minutes of the game, there's a couple minutes added on. Adam Phillips in the 88th minute, and then Zek Medley in the 92nd minute gave us a point. As you can see here, they just run from inside their own half. Daly crossed it in, and there was Johnson Clark-Harris just in front of our goalkeeper, knocked it in, make it 1-0. Then it was 2-0, lovely little penalty. But then came the comeback in the last couple of minutes of the game. Frantalete played it forward. This was more of a second string side. Brilliant finish from Adam Phillips. Gave us a chance. And then he delivers the corner. That was knocked in beautifully by Medley. And then we came away with a very lucky point in the end, but wasn't a very good performance. We followed that with a 3-1 victory away from home against Charlton. We went 1-0 down. I was thinking, here we go again. But then Enzio Baldwin just before half-time, Andy Cannon and Peter Bajek with the goals that gave us a very, very good chance to continue our run, continue where we are at the moment, and it was beautiful football. As you can see here, the corner was delivered very similar to the Bristol Rovers goal, but we did decide in this game to wake up a little bit earlier here from Enzio Baldwin, who gets on the end of a Longstaff cross, and that's a lovely header. But that got us back level as 1-1. Then Cannon runs down the pitch, keeps going, and then it's an absolutely expert finish from the ball-winning midfielder. You don't expect him to do that, but then Phillips with the corner. It carried on a bit far. Mehebi collects it. Mehebi back into Bajek, and that is a expert finish from a striker that's currently in good form. We continued winning ways here against Ipswich with a second team on the pitch. We completely rotated. We thought we'd just change things up a little bit. We won the game 2-0. 2 goals in the first 31 minutes of the game. One from Jerome Sinclair, one from Zek Medley, who's starting to, be a bit more threatening from corners. He wasn't before, but now he seems to be getting a tiny bit more threatening, and it's very good to see our corners are starting to result in goals. But here we go. We can see Jerome Sinclair's goal now. Longstaff started it. Louis Longstaff. Beautiful cross in, and there was Sinclair. Just gets in front of the goalkeeper, as we're seeing from the opposition. He just gets into this little space here in the 6-yard box and just guides it past the goalkeeper, who couldn't do anything about it. And that gave us the lead. And then it followed up, I believe, from a corner. Yes, Kebue with the corner into the middle, and Medley there with the header gave us the victory, 2-0 on the night. We continued the amazing form into the next game against Oxford. As you can see down here, 22 shots, 10 on target. We had 4 block shots, no clear cut, but 4 half chances, 68% possession. We dominated this game. Come away 2-0 was a relief in the end because up to the 60th minute, I thought, well, we're not going to win this game. But we eventually found a way past the Oxford goalkeeper, which gave us the victory, which we did really deserve, as you can see from the stats. We eventually got there, and it was relief more than anything. But Adam Phillips opened the score, and Alex Lacey with the second goal. And here is the first goal. Bergerk out wide there to Booty, who plays it in the middle. Phillips gets his foot around it and puts it to the bottom of the corner. Expert finish. Then Booty with the corner, flicked on by Lacey. 2-0 victory. Easy, move on to the next. Which was a 1-0 win over Leeds United under-23s in the Checkatrade Trophy or Leasing.com Trophy, whatever they can be bothered to call it this week. But yeah, that name changes every 2 minutes, but we don't care about that. We won't show you the highlights of the goal. But we'll go into today's game against Accrington, and I'll show you the starting lineup. So for today's lineup here at home against Accrington Stand, we've got Joppenguy in goal, back four in Bon, Rente, Lacey and Ito, who's filling in for Guadio, who is suspended for a very stupid red card, which I did fine him a week's wages for, and Wright, who's away on international duty with Scotland under 18s, under 21s, one or the other. He's off for international duty. We've got Booty just in front, with Phillips and Cannon making up the middle three there. Baldwin on the right, Greenwood on the left, Bergerk up front. And I believe that team's strong enough to go and beat Accrington. Accrington are a good side, but fingers crossed we can get the nice result here. And I think we're going to go, we owe Accrington after last time, seek revenge, and that's motivated a lot of them. So let's go with that. Fingers crossed we can get the result, and fingers crossed the next highlight you see will be a goal. Corner, Phillips with the delivery. Puts it into a dangerous area. It's gone all the way through, but it is a penalty. Cannon was shoved by Mark Hughes, and it's going to be Phillips on the penalty. Can he put this into the back of the net? Adam Phillips? That was a pathetic penalty. Pathetic penalty, as you can see here on the highlights. Just got no power behind it. Too easy for Evitimov to save that, and it's very, very poor. Booty forward, and there's another good save from Evitimov. Evtimov, I think is his name. He kicks it forward. Route 1, Dudu's in behind. Oh, or Dodu. We are playing some questionable football here. But half-time, 0-0. Very disappointed with that penalty miss. I thought he should have done better. I'm far from pleased. Obviously, missing a penalty ruins players' ratings. He's down to a 6.2, and I think it's probably a good idea to pull him off and bring on... I think we're going to bring on Scott Pollock here at half-time, because obviously he's good enough to be in the team anyway. So let's get Scotty P on, see if he can make a difference. Corner, Booty, delivers it. Cleared away, Lacey, Baldwin. Baldwin with a strike! What a hit that is! 1-0. Enzio Baldwin on the edge of the box on the second phase of a corner, which I've heard has been a problem quite a lot on this year's FM. But Lacey flicks it back to him. Enzio Baldwin couldn't have hit that any sweeter if he tried, any truer. Brilliant, 1-0. Free kick, Booty delivers it. Baldwin again! Enzio Baldwin has got his second of the day. We needed something special. We needed one player to pop up today and give us that little spark to get the victory. And there was Enzio Baldwin when he's starting to be a threat from losing his position to Mahebi. And he's just popped up with 2 goals, 2 very different goals, one from a header and one from an absolutely amazing long-range strike. Brilliant from Enzio. Time to make a change now. What can we do? What can we do here change-wise? I'm just curious if I've... Right. Let's go and bring on Jerome Sinclair for Bergerk, who's not had the best of days. And we're also going to bring... I would like to bring him off, but I've got nobody else to fit into that position. So he's... Unless Cannon... No, Cannon can't play there. So yeah, he's just going to have to deal with it. I think Booty can play there. Yeah, Booty can play there. We got Kibue on the bench. We're fine. Right, so we'll bring on Kibue for Ito, who's knackered. He played for the reserves a couple of days ago, but had to fill in because we had no other left back available for this game. So Booty's going to drop into left back for the rest of this match, and we're going to bring on Kibue in the centre defensive midfield role. Throw in for Accrington, deep inside our half. Petoni crosses it in. Greenwood. Forward, Kibue, come on, go forward. Why are we going backwards? Joppenguy. Out wide. No, he goes to Lacey, though. to Kabue. Greenwood, over the top, brilliant ball. Jerome Sinclair's in behind. Can he finish? He cannot. Straight at the goalkeeper. Corner. Booty. Delivers. Cleared away. Is that another corner? It is another corner. Booty. Cleared away. Baldwin. Can he strike one again? Baldwin. Pollock flicked it on. I moved my mouse off the screen. Baldwin. Tackled. Goal kick. We have a free kick. Regan Booty can hit these. Will he put it into the back of the net? Regan Booty hits the wall. Has another. Go on, have another go. Have another go. Have another go. Cross it. Do something. He done nothing useful. Booty. Kabue. Pollock. Baldwin. Sinclair. Mbon. We're passing the ball around very nicely now. Rente. Mbon. Back to Rente. To Pollock. To Baldwin. In a bit of space. Pollock. What a strike that is from Scott Pollock. The keeper looks like he could have done a bit better, but it was a very nice, well-worked goal there from us. We kept the ball away from Accrington, just passed circles around them, and then eventually Scott Pollock decided to have a go at goal when it was laid off to him by Baldwin. And the keeper, I mean, he was caught unaware there, I think, with a long-range effort, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but a brilliant goal. Now, we have an injury. Sam Greenwood has just gone down injured with a potential foot injury. We've made all 3 changes. So we're going to go down to 10 men. It's not a lot we can do about it. So we're down to 10 men. We've lost our left-sided player. So let's go here and just focus down the right. We'll just pretend the left doesn't exist. And yeah, we're going to have to start wasting a little bit of time. But yeah, we'll continue. Hopefully it's not a serious injury. Throw in. Mbon. Kabue. Back to Joppengai. Just keep hold of the ball. That'll be ideal. Joppengai. To Pollock. Pollock out wide to Baldwin. We're using the right nicely. Can he deliver it, or is he going to go alone? He goes alone, and it was not very good at all. Corner to Accrington. Crossed in. Oh, I thought that was a penalty then. Pritchard collects the ball to Bolton. But Booty collects that. Intercepts. Go on, Sinclair. Just run at the defence. He's got pace. He's got freshness. Can he deliver? He's done absolutely brilliantly there. Jerome Sinclair collects the ball inside his own half. Just runs at the defence. Keeps going. They back off him more. He collected it from near enough on the edge of his own box. And he just kept going. No one closed him down. And it was a brilliant finish. The keeper nearly kept it out. But Jerome Sinclair, brilliant individual goal from him. Gives us a 4-0 lead today. We have a free kick. Regan Booty. Is he going to strike one? There's a little space near post, but he hits the wall. Baldwin collects it back. Kabue out wide to Booty. Into Jerome Sinclair. Oh, I thought he would have put that in the back of the net. But that is full time. A brilliant 4-0 victory over Accrington. And we move on to go into the FA Cup first round. Hopefully going to achieve the second round. And we get a report back on Sam Greenwood's injury, and he's out for 4 to 5 weeks with sprained ankle ligaments, which is going to give Louis Longstaff a bit of a run in the team, so hopefully he can perform. And we're back for the second game of the episode, guys, here in the FA Cup against Charlton. And since you were with us, I have gone and sort of inquired about signing somebody that's a free agent that got released in the summer. So that may come up, it may not. I mean, if it happens, you'll know about it in January. If it doesn't, I'll let you know. Well, you probably won't know at all. So I'll let you know going forward. But let's get into today's team to play Charlton in the FA Cup. So the lineup we're going for today's game at home at Meadow Lane against Charlton in the FA Cup first round. We got Kashika in goal with the back four of Mbon, Rente, Francelete and Jordan. Is it Jordan Wright? I think it's Jordan Wright. Yes, it is. Then we've got Booty, who's standing captain today in the CDM role, with Pollock and Kabue in the midfield, with Enzio Baldwin on the right, Louis Longstaff on the left, and Jerome Sinclair up front. I believe that's good enough to give us a result, but we're about to go and find out. First highlight of the game, nothing's happened up to this point. It's been quite dull to watch. You guys have been lucky to skip it, but Baldwin's still going. And that literally has been the best moment of the entire first half. Well, that's half time, guys. As you can see, you've missed absolutely nothing. we had that one highlight for Enzio Baldwin that was literally kicked straight at the goalkeeper at a snail's pace. So I believe if we continue like this, we will lose this game, or it will go to a replay. But yeah, we've been poor, and it looks like Jerome Sinclair just hates me. So let's get into the second half. Hopefully something more will happen. Still nothing's happened, so we're going to make some changes, see if that will switch up anything. What's our third tactic? Do you know what? We're going to give this a go and hope that it's going to be giving us a little bit of something else, because it's just not working for us at the moment. What can we do here? So we can drop you into this role, play you there, bring off Booty, give him a rest, bring on Crawford, who doesn't get to play that much football, but obviously this suits him. This is why he doesn't play football, because we never play this kind of formation. What else can we do? Mehebi on for Baldwin. I think that's the right way to go. We'll play him as a winger on attack rather than on a inside forward. And we're going to do exactly the same on this side, winger on attack. And also, I think I'm going to save the last change for now, because we don't want to risk an injury. As you can see, nothing else has happened. We just brought on Bergerac for Jerome Sinclair. Well, that's full time. That was probably one of the worst games of Football Manager I have ever watched. I'm going to say I'm far from pleased because, quite frankly, it was a dull game. It was horrible to watch. But we're going to have to fit a replay in somewhere. This match was already moved due to fixture congestion, hence why there's only 2 matches here. So, yeah, we're going to have to fit that in somewhere else now. So that's not ideal at all. Also, just finished training for my Continental C license, so we do have that now. See if I can do another course while we're here. They might give it to us, they might not. And as you can see here, we do get the extra training course. So we're going to train for the Continental B license now, which is absolutely ideal and will open up bigger jobs going forward. However, it is a 6-month course. So in 6 months' time, we may get offered some better jobs. But for now, we're happy where we are. We're doing a good job. We're progressing up the leagues. So that's really all what Non-League to Legends is all about. We need to just progress, keep going forward, train to get a bit more. Whilst we're getting all the stuff we need here at Nottingham, at Notts County, then we stay here, we keep doing it. When we get a chance then to move up, then we've done most of our training somewhere else and we can move on to bigger and better jobs and start maybe getting higher trophies, higher opportunities, and maybe even an international job on the side. So guys, I've just seen when they're fitting in our next game against Charlton, and they've decided 3 days after the last one, so that's going to be fun. But next time you will be with us will be... let's skip December, let's go to January. So the next time you'll be with us will be Burton Albion, and then if we do get through the first round tie against Charlton and then play Scunthorpe and get through them, then that will be a 3rd round FA Cup tie. If not, it will be Peterborough. So Burton Albion on the 1st of January will be the next game you guys witness. So I really hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you are new around here, please leave me a like. If you enjoyed this, subscribe for more content, or maybe the other way around. That's probably the better way to word it. But I've been Chris12LFC, and I will see you later.